Okay, so I have a million requests to do a video on lean and green ideas because everybody gets bored of having the same old things. So I am going to just list off some ideas for you. If you need recipes for them, feel free to write me. I will give you my exact recipe. Lots of these things you can look up on, Pinterest, Google, recipes.com, Food Network. Tons of places have recipes online. So if it looks like a recipe that has a lot of sugar or something in it, you probably shouldn't be having like flour, then avoid it or substitute. But here's a list. It's 41 ideas of lean and greens. Grilled chicken salad, barbecue chicken salad, which is the same thing, just add barbecue sauce. Grilled salmon and asparagus. Asparagus, do some fresh garlic with a little bit of olive oil and some sea salt. That just makes it awesome. Steamed broccoli with lemon chicken. Saute that lemon chicken. It's super, super good with a little bit of white wine. Parmesan crusted cauliflower. That's awesome. Just a little bit of olive oil in a bag with some Parmesan on it and stick it in the oven on a rack, 425 for 25 minutes until it's golden brown. Super, super good. With any kind of chicken, that's awesome. Even steak, that's pretty good. Fajitas without tortillas or rice. You can do steak and chicken, steak, chicken, pork, whatever kind of fajitas you want. Mexican fiesta chicken. That's a little packet you can get at Walmart that's McCormick's seasoning. They have a ton of different kind of seasoning packets. Go ahead and go look and get those, and you can season any kind of meat, and it just makes every meal flavorful and different, and it keeps a variety going, which is awesome. Romaine tacos. So you're going to use romaine strips of lettuce as your actual taco shell and just do regular taco meat and cheese. Tomatoes even on it if you want that. I like to make a little balsamic vinaigrette, kind of a salad. I do balsamic vinegar, diced up cucumbers, tomatoes, put some feta cheese on the top of it. That's yummy. Crock pot chicken. You can take chicken, season it with anything that you want to, even chicken broth, and stick it in a crock pot for a few hours. Take it out and put whatever seasoning you want on it, as long as it doesn't have a ton of carbs or calories. And it makes chicken really soft and pull apart and easy and yummy. Yellow squash or zucchini spears. Those are always awesome with chicken in a grill basket that you can put out on your grill. I typically put it in a bag first with some olive oil and either some Lowry seasoning or another kind of seasoning that you might like, some kind of a nature seasoning or whatever kind of vegetable seasoning. Put it in a Ziploc, shake it up so everything gets wet with the oil on it, and put it out on the grill in a grill basket until it's all done. Super good that way. Drunken chicken or beer can chicken. Beer can up chicken's butt, stick it on the grill, season it however you want to. You can do a Cajun rub even, that's really good. That's always good with, I like crunchy vegetables with that, like celery or just cucumber slices or cherry tomatoes, things like that. Pork chops, if you take pork chops, put it in Worcestershire sauce and soak it overnight. It's super good if you take that and put some kind of a dry rub on it. That's also really good. Have that with green beans that are sauteed in olive oil and garlic. That's always yummy. Pork shoulder roast, if I could talk. Those are great. Obviously crock pot. You can do those with any kind of seasoning that you want. I typically did it in Diet Pepsi or even a beer. You can do that shoulder roast. You can have mashed cauliflower with it. If you're missing out on the potatoes thing, just steam the crap out of some cauliflower, and whenever it gets like super, super soft, dump all the water out of it, mash it up like you would mashed potatoes, stick, a little bit of butter. There's actually this butter, it's by like Branham and something, I don't know. It's a yogurt butter. It's only got 45 calories. If you use a tiny little bit of that for the butter flavor, that stuff's awesome. And you can always put some garlic in there for garlic mashed cauliflower. It tastes just like garlic mashed potatoes. They're pretty good. Try tricking your family. They probably won't even notice. Beef tip roast. That stuff's really good. Do it in one of those bags that you see at the grocery store. My mother-in-law does the best one of those. Oh my goch, they're so good. Stick it in a bag, let it cook for a couple of hours. Do that with the mashed cauliflower. That's always awesome. Or green beans or whatever green that you feel like that night. I found a really cool way to make cabbage. Take the cabbage and you can either, steam the cabbage or whatever. It's always good with, you can do like a, what's it called? Ground pork or some kind of a lean sausage or whatever as your lean with the cabbage. But if you cut the cabbage up into slices and you put a little bit of olive oil on it, you put some Parmesan cheese, and you put some seasoning like nature seasoning on it, and you put it into your oven about 375, 400 until it's golden brown. It's like a crispy, crunchy, yummy cabbage chip. I don't know, it's good. Spaghetti squash. Look up recipes for spaghetti squash because those are awesome with some chicken, and do like a chicken parm kind of style chicken and spaghetti squash. It's just like having chicken parmesan with spaghetti. It's great. You can do any kind of tomato sauce on that as well, and I will do a recipe video on my grandmother's red sauce, which is awesome. You can do an omelet. Think about doing omelets. Omelets are great. Put some tomato on the side of it. Fresh tomatoes cut up with an omelet's always yummy. Turnip fries. Look up recipes for turnip fries. Those are great. With hamburger steak. You can always do a protein burger. Those are great ideas. If you're by In-N-Out Burger, I hate you right now because that's like my favorite. But they'll always do a protein burger, which is just iceberg lettuce that's wrapped that has the burger in it, and you can do tomato on there. You can even do some cheese because you're allowed to have it as your healthy fat. Get some of that skinny cow cheese to put on there with the turnip fries. That'd be great. You can do chicken thighs, chicken legs. There's a ton of different options for chicken. There's a ton of different ways to cook it. There's a teriyaki sauce recipe that I will give that's low calorie, that's homemade, that's awesome, and you can soak all your stuff in that overnight, and then you've got really yummy stuff the next day. Even buffalo chicken. There's a buffalo chicken sauce that I have in my refrigerator that only had like 10 or 15 calories per serving and 2 carbs. You can soak that overnight. Anything that you put kind of a sauce in it overnight or whatever and you let marinate, it's going to be super good the next day. It's going to have a different flavor every time, as many sauces as you have. Let's see. Steak. Marinate that steak in some Worcestershire sauce overnight, even some soy sauce or some vinegar, or even a Coke, a Diet Coke, or a Pepsi Max or whatever. That makes it taste really good with some Montreal steak seasoning. Do that. Put it on the grill or broiler, put it in a frying pan. Steak's awesome. Skewers. Do some chicken or beef skewers and take a jalapeno, chop it up in little pieces, wrap it around that, stick it on it, and put cherry tomato and then more of the chicken or steak with the jalapeno and then cherry tomato and then more of that, or bell peppers in between. Those are always awesome. Chicken enchiladas. Obviously, you can have the tortillas, but you can still have the chicken that's in the sauce and put a little bit of cheese on top of it and eat it that way. That's always good. Carne asada is always good. Let's see. We have, I can't even read my own writing. Oh, lemon garlic chicken. That's in like a white wine sauce. That's super good. Chicken legs and thighs, I already said that, but you can barbecue them. You can put them, if you have a New Wave oven, they're really good in that. You can do the teriyaki, like I said. You can even put them in the crock pot. You can do a whole chicken in the crock pot. That's always yummy. Turkey. I love some turkey. Have some Thanksgiving dinner with some garlic mashed cauliflower. There's a tofu noodle that we're allowed to have, and you could get the tofu noodles and do a stir fry. Get some of those Swanson's vegetable flavor boosters and put that on it, and do some broccoli and you know, whatever green that you actually like to put in it. If you have a smoker, do some smoked meat. I love a smoked Boston butt. That stuff is amazing. Tilapia, any kind of fish. You can do like a tilapia and put some Parmesan cheese, the powder kind, on each side, and then put it in a little bit of oil, olive oil on the stove, and basically like fry it. You can do that with catfish. Put a little lemon juice on it when you're done, even some garlic in there. That's always good. Don't freak out if it turns green. It does that when you put lemon and garlic in the same thing. Sea scallops. My girl Kathleen had an awesome recipe on our secret Facebook group for people that are in my team for some sea scallops. It looked awesome. If you want in on that secret group on Facebook, you got to write me and I'll let you in. Boiled shrimp. You can even do any kind of like a Cajun seasoning on shrimp that you might like. That would work as well. And another one that my father-in-law thought of tonight, which I thought was a great idea, is deer hash or venison. Venison's very, very lean. You can probably eat a little bit more than that. I'm pretty sure. I got to go definitely double check that. But venison hash would be awesome. Stick it in the crock pot all day long. Put some dry rub seasoning in that stuff. And you can just eat it on, you know, eat it on a plate, obviously. You're not going to eat it on a bun, but have some kind of a green with it, like either a salad, or you can do green beans that are sauteed, or green beans that are, you can even do them in the microwave if you want at the same time. There's a million ways to do a million different kinds of greens. You can mix and match any of this stuff, but that was 41 lean and green ideas. I will definitely come up with more, and I will give a couple more videos that are actually how-tos, and I will let you in the kitchen with me a couple times, but not today because I can't do 41 meals in less than 10 minutes. So here's 41 lean and green ideas. My name's Kristina Ray. I'm a TSFL health coach.